It's the Washington Commanders and the Denver Broncos. All that and more coming up next.
Here in London, we see one of the world's most iconic football venues, Wembley Stadium. And since 2007, it's welcomed the NFL to stage some American football contests as well. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, and we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from Wembley. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC. And he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Let's go now.
Going to the ground again on first. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. In on the tackle was Jonathan Cooper. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. From the 46. He's on the move. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
Going right side, Robinson with it. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. And holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Out of the gun, Daniels. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that makes it 2nd and long.
Ready? Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
The Broncos never afraid to challenge calls, Brock, and they've got that red flag.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call.
On the ready.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35.
Buffalo 18.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Ready.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Go. Hawk 70. 18 Rattler. Ready?
From the 32. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Panther Street. Go.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent, when you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
Cowboy 80.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Here's Robinson. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. Call it 4 yards from there, partner, and still some ground ahead. 2nd and goal coming up.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
From the gun, it's Daniels. And that's a Washington touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established and into top gear right here early on.
Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching the kid, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
Nix with it on first. He throws a bullet deep to the... That's grabbed inside the 30. Give him 30 yards on that one. And the Broncos will have a first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Throwing on first down, Nix. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Let's go now. 70
Nix again on 2nd and 10. This is Sutton working the right side. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the red zone now. He's got it. Touchdown, Denver. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown.
Ready,
First and 10 now from the 30. Putting a receiver in motion. On first down, here's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up second down.
Let's go.
Robinson on the inside give. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Ready?
Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking down a 3rd and 3.
70 Lions.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Get it. Ready?
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. He gets this one to McLaurin. And this one doesn't go far.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
19 Charger. 19 Charger.
They'll run it with Robinson. Has the 1st and more past midfield. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
Runs like that one, baby, that's where you could really see how locked in sync this offense is. The choreography up front to get all the blocking in place. The back's ability to see those holes as they open up. And the coach is finding the right call, Kate, for the right moment. It's beautiful to watch when a plan comes together.
Ready?
First down, and they go right back to it. And he gets him around 6 there. P.J. Locke getting there for the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. Go.
Play fake here. Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Bring it. Ready, ready.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. That brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Ready up.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Roll, roll, roll.
Another carry for Robinson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They've invested some early touches in him, Brock, and the returns so far, I'd say very promising.
Kate, I've told you this story before, but it was the same play 18 plays in a row. You know, I was really good with that clipboard on the sidelines. 18 plays in a row. Peyton ran the same play. If you can't stop it, keep calling it.
Ready? Cougar 19.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Buying some time right. This is going to fall down the whole way to the turf. Incomplete.
Defense relentless on that play. As some of them closed in on that pocket, the others took away the easy throwing lanes, and they really influenced that incomplete pass.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Red.
Shotgun snap. A give to Robinson. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now in Britain. It's the Commanders. Looking at 3rd and 4.
Check, contact, check, contact, go! Ready?
Now Daniels to throw. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get some late points and the lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Seibert now to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. First and 10 now from the 30. Nix. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First and 10 from the 41. Straight ahead with Williams. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Derek Forrest able to make the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Go!
Another run for Williams. Open space inside the 40. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos tie things up at 14. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. The Commanders and Brian Robinson Jr. running back on now. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together.
Come on.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the gun here. Escapes out to the left. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Daniels on first down. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take the lead just before halftime. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. 3-touchdown game for the rookie. That's pretty good in your debut season, Brock. But then you look at the clock and you see, oh, wait, we still have a whole half of football to play.
Yes, when some of that psychology comes into play, don't just be satisfied. You can look at it one of two ways. I'm satisfied with what I've done, or you look at it and go, I got another half. I can throw 3 more of these babies.
Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He beams one deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Williams. Nice effort there to fight forward for a decent gain. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. One last play before the break. He's going to keep this one, and he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos tie this game at 21. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before halftime. He's throwing deep to the left side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. We've hit halftime, all tied up thanks to that late touchdown. Now we'll send you back across the pond to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman waiting patiently to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Broncos with their offense headed out for our first possession of the half. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Working quickly here.
19,
18. Shotgun snap to Nix. Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Running right, it's Williams. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Offside, defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still first down.
A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Nix from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Offense in the hurry up here.
Half the 60, half the 60. Half the 11, half the 11. Go.
After the sack, another pass on second down. That's complete inside the 35. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a pickup of 26. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Nix now to throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Let's go now. Front row leading. Seven Pirates, seven Pirates. Hut, hut.
Now Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. This is a 48-yard look for him. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And instead of 3 points, quarter 3 remains tied.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. P.J. Locke getting there for the stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Ready.
Now Daniels off the play action. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return. Wow, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought first half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose, and now they get it back just 1 snap later.
Look at my team. 70 Lions. Buffalo 18.
Here's Nix to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep. He's got it inside the 10. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Working inside the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
I think everybody on the offense was already thinking about the next play to run as they watch that short little throw to the tight end. You really don't expect to see many of those gimmies dropped.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
It is caught left side. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Reload.
Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Commanders and this running back headed back out for a new series. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Robinson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They're now set for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Staying with Robinson. Into the 2nd level past the 30. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders tie us up 28-all. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
16 by 6. Here we go. Go.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. So through 3, we're still knotted up in what's been an absolute shootout. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Cowboy 80. Corey 17.
From the 36. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
Hey.
Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
18 Cardinal. 17 Timberwolf.
Cut out left. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
60 Eagles.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Throwing here, Nix. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Going left side, Williams with it. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Offense up to the line fast. Quick throw left side, complete. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, When you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Buys time, rolling right. He tucks it and takes off. They gain 14 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready yet?
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Able to find Ertz. Running in the red zone. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Seibert tacks on the point after. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Broncos about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it.
79 Broncos. Go.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Pass taken in by Sutton. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 2nd and 4. Looking right, and he finds him. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They get 13 on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Denver first. We've reached the 2-minute warning from London. Broncos needing 4 points. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Go. Hawk 70. 18 back, 60.
Nix looking to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Mike Sandler still makes the play. And the Commanders make the play that should win them this game. Second down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
Come on, come on.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. Tap the 60, tap the 60.
Robinson on the inside give. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Got it, ready?
Another carry for Robinson. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go. Timberwolf. Ready.
Going right side, Robinson with it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. A give left side. Here's Robinson. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag. That's going to bring up 4th down. So big kick coming up for Austin Seibert. This is from 35 out on the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Denver set to take the field on offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. First and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Now the Broncos take their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down.
Let's go now. Half the 60, half the 60. 70 ready, 70, take off.
Setting up to pass. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Throwing now. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going. But that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
Trying to push it deep downfield. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, after that stop, Kate, they can start to celebrate. Well, kind of. They still got to finish this game. And my favorite formation in football, that victory formation. Get into it, secure the football, and you'll secure this victory.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. So a big kick coming up for Austin Seibert. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Seibert's kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set. First and 10. This is Williams. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. So score this as a win for the Commanders. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both